What is good, YouTube, and welcome back to a brand new video. We're once again back on Madden 25 doing another sort of rumor rebuild. We did one yesterday with Micah Parsons being traded from the Cowboys, which I obviously don't believe that's going to happen. This one could happen in theory, but it is another rumor in the NFC East, and that is Stafford potentially being traded to the Giants. Now, it's no secret that the Giants do need a quarterback. They held on to Daniel Jones for way too long, and of course, they have since moved on from him now. This season, they cut him mid-season. It was time to let him go. Now they have the option of, maybe drafting a quarterback with number 3 if one of them fell there. One of the top 2 prospects it is, or there's rumors, like I said, about them trading for a veteran such as Matthew Stafford. So what we're going to do is jump into Madden 25 and make that rumor a reality and do a Matthew Stafford New York Giants rebuild here in Madden 25. Before we get into today's video, make sure you guys drop a like on this one and subscribe if you're new to this channel. As always, greatly appreciated. YouTube tells me about 85% of the people that watch these videos aren't actually subscribed, so if you do fall into that 85%, want to change that as we're on the road to 10,000 subs, that'd be greatly appreciated. So let's talk more in depth about why this could potentially happen. Giants hold the 3rd overall pick. Obviously, Shador and Cam could go 1 and 2 in either order. Maybe that doesn't happen. Also, I do understand the reasoning of Brian Dable and GM Joe Sheen, I think is how you said, or something along the lines of that. They could be on thin ice because they've held on to their jobs for maybe a little too long. I think Dable's a good coach, don't get me wrong. But obviously, they haven't had much success outside of the year they went to the playoffs with Daniel Jones, and then that led to paying Daniel Jones, and obviously, we know what he has been since, which is why he's not on the team anymore. So, the team was 3-14, and now we're going to go ahead and, as always, start the re-signing stage, and then we'll get into the Matthew Stafford trade. So, I'm going to accept the 5th-year option on Kayvon Thibodeau, Darius Slayton. I'm probably going to let walk free or Dora Jackson. Azeez Ojulari, we could probably bring back, I guess, just as a, depth piece for pass rushing. And then Evan Neal will definitely not accept that 5th-year option. Isaiah Simmons, no. Pinnock, Greg Tolsich. So probably let the rest of these guys walk. Now, what would it cost to get Matthew Stafford? I've seen some rumors, even heard my friend mention this to me about he saw something about the Giants attempting to maybe trade number 3 overall for Stafford. I don't think there's a world where that happens. Stafford's way too old at this point. But I do think a 1st-round pick could still be sufficient value for Stafford. So that's what I think I'm going to leave it to. I think I'm going to leave it to like a first-round pick, and then maybe it's like some kind of like the Aaron Rodgers trade was. But let's just go trade for Stafford, and you'll kind of see what I'm thinking. So this is kind of what I can see the trade potentially looking like, where we attach the 2026 1st-round pick. Maybe it's a pick swap, whatever. And then you got 4th rounders being swapped in this draft. So this is a 1st-round pick next year, by the way. This is not the 3rd overall pick. They're trading for Matthew Stafford, and as you can see, he's only 78 overall in Madden. But for this video to have some shelf life, I think I might push him up a little bit, just because, like, if we're going to get a 3 or 2-year rebuild out of this, we can't really have Stafford as a 78 overall. That isn't really going to do much for us. So I'm going to send this over, and of course, they will go ahead and accept that. So our 2026 first is being traded for Stafford. Now go take a look at the lineup before we head into free agency. But I will warn you, Stafford is going to be better than a 78 overall here in just a second. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at the lineup now, and we'll kind of see what this is truly looking like. I feel like Stafford at 84 overall is more than fair, so that's what I moved him to. I also lowered his age a little bit so he wouldn't retire on us right away, because I really do want to get, more than 1 or 2 seasons out of this. Well, not 1, but 2. I want to get to at least 3 years in this rebuild if possible. So Runyon and Andrew Thomas are not healthy, so our O-line will look a little bit better once those guys are. Theo Johnson is our tight end 1. Wanda Robinson, Blake Neighbors. Definitely need a 3rd wide receiver. I don't mind Tyrone Tracy as our RB1, but I do have to acknowledge he may not develop very well in this playbook or just in Madden in general, so I wouldn't be opposed to moving on and drafting a different running back who will have like superstar dev or something. But we have Drew Phillips, Flott, Deontay Banks. We have Tyler Newbin, who's hurt right now. Yeah, we need a free safety. So there's a lot of things we absolutely need, and that's what we'll be going after in free agency. Like, trading for Stafford doesn't just make this team a Super Bowl contender all of a sudden. There's more this team needs to do, and we're going to go do that right now. So just like that, we have made 5 offers in free agency as we're going after DJ Reed, Hufanga, James Daniels, Tutu Atwell, and Deo as kind of a starter. So Atwell, obviously a familiar weapon of Stafford. James Daniels just as protection on the O-line. Hufanga and DJ Reed to improve the secondary. So let's see if we get those 5 guys to sign, and we get all 5 to sign. So that's a great start in free agency just like that. I think I wanted to sign one more interior player, whether it's on the defense or the offense. So defensively, there's not much here. And you got like Jerron Reese on the board, Fowler, and not much I like here. So let's go take a look at the O-line instead. Obviously, I have Andrew Thomas. We just signed a guard, which is awesome, and James Daniels. Ryan Kelly is here. We do have Austin Corbett, who also once upon a time played with Stafford. So maybe another familiar player to, have taken snaps with Stafford. So Austin Corbett could be pretty nice, and he will not sign with us. Just kidding. So we don't get him either. I guess we'll just leave the rest to free agent or to the draft then. So, well, it was a good free agency class. It, again, doesn't make us a contender overnight, but Stafford definitely helps us out a ton, obviously, because now we have kind of our offense figured out other than maybe O-line, and Tracy's going to be the running back for now. But again, I'm not opposed to moving on from him eventually if needed. Let's take a look at this lineup before we jump into the draft. So offensive line to me is going to be kind of the main thing we need to focus on because, well, it's going to help though I have Illuminor healthy, and then Andrew Thomas once he's healthy, obviously. Evan Neal's just going to be a starter. James Daniels. So the center position is kind of like the one spot where I'm like, okay, maybe we can get somebody there. Theo Johnson will still be our tight end 1 this year. And then defensively, we got Hufanga, and then Tyler Newbin's going to be healthy now. We got DJ Reed to be our corner 1, and then we got a starter on the D-line. But I definitely need to still keep building in the trenches, mainly in this draft. So let's go ahead and jump into this draft with the 3rd overall pick. I kind of know who I want, obviously, with the 3rd overall selection. We'll see if he falls to me, though. And obviously, this is probably what the Giants would do in real life. Oh, no, he went to the Browns. Wow, so Travis Hunter was going to be my pick, but he actually got drafted. So, damn, that puts a wrench in my plan. So, Cam Ward to the Titans, and now Shador Sanders is still on the board. We could make like a trade with the Raiders for them to get a quarterback, but we could also take Abdul Carter or Will Johnson. So, a lot of good options here. Do we kind of want to make a trade with, well, how far? The Raiders are picking 7, right? That might be a little too far down, although, yeah, no, or 6. I guess the Raiders have the 6th overall pick. Let's see if we can't, let's see what offer the Raiders maybe give me, if they give me an offer anyway, because I don't want to trade that far down. So the Raiders aren't even giving me their 1st round pick. They're giving me the 2nd in this draft. Okay, we can't do that, but I'm going to try to get something from them. So let's trade down so they can draft a quarterback, and we can get some more assets in this draft, hopefully. So, because we need to keep building here. So 3rd overall selection for the Raiders, 6th overall pick. Trying to do a quick pivot here. So 6th overall, and then you give me a 2nd, and then maybe you give me, yeah, it's only 3 spots, maybe a 3rd. I don't know. We're gonna try a 2nd, and they agree. So we get an extra 2nd. So we only trade down 3 spots, picked up another 2nd. They get the quarterback, and let's see if we get Abdul or Will Johnson to fall to us, and both of them win. The Raiders didn't even take the freaking quarterback. Oh my gosh, that failed miserably. Why did I not even consider that could have been something that happened? Whatever. We'll just take James Pierce out of Tennessee. I'm actually really annoyed. Why did I not think that wasn't possible? But we got speed elite James Pierce. Still building in the trenches here regardless. So Travis Hunter was going to be my pick, but he went. But at least I'm glad we, yeah, I'm so mad at myself right now. I could have taken Abdul Carter and just, but whatever. We picked up an extra 2nd. Thought the Raiders would have for sure dropped a quarterback. They didn't. It's just mind-boggling. But extra 2nd still picked up, and we get to pick twice early in the 2nd round. So still pretty happy, still pretty excited about that. So we got Malachi Starks, Tyler Booker, Derek Harmon. I think Derek Harmon to me is a no-brainer here at this point. So keep building in those trenches on the defense. It would help out a ton. So welcome to the Giants, Derek Harmon. Very happy to have you. And that will be our 2nd round pick there. And now we get to pick with the Raiders 2nd rounder as well. So now we have got a couple starters on the D-line in this draft, which is awesome. And now let's see if we can't maybe see if we got anything on the offense. So Stark still being here definitely has my interest. Mar Stewart. Don't think I'll go all defensive line. We could take Hampton as well. Tyler Booker is intriguing to continue to booster up this offensive line. And I think that's what I'm going to go. I'm going to continue to bolster this O-line. Tyler Booker is going to be our left guard selection. And he is going to be, again, we're building the trenches. We all saw what the Eagles were able to do in the Super Bowl. So building the trenches is super important. And we're happy with what we're doing so far. Now let's make this extra 3rd round pick, and let's see what we get here, and we can let the assistant GM take care of the rest. So last selection here for me. Do we take a running back? I wouldn't be opposed to it. Do we take a corner? Samson's on the board. We could take a right tackle, take a tight end, we could take a running back. We could take a middle linebacker. I think I might go ahead and take Judkins here in round 3. So just give myself a running back for the future, potentially. Singletary won't be here forever. So Judkins, welcome to the Giants. 26 true value. Got him at 67, so can't really be too discouraged by that. Now we go take a look at the lineup for year number 1 with Stafford under center. So here is the lineup going into year number 1. Stafford, of course, at quarterback with Tracy, Singletary, and Judkins. Judkins going to be bearing the depth chart for now, but eventually he will take over probably as our RB1 or RB2. Neighbors, Wando Robinson, and Tutu Atwell. I have James Daniels, who I can't believe he's still hurt, but he's out for 2 more weeks, but it is what it is on that. Theo Johnson, Luminor, Booker, but he will be playing center once he's healthy, just because I think that's the best place to play him right now. And on the defensive side of the football, we have Hancock, which wasn't planning on having a hidden depth free safety, but I forgot about Dexter Lawrence, dude. What am I doing? Why? How did I forget about Dexter Lawrence? I thought we needed a D tackle, and we definitely did not. I don't know why I even remotely thought, dude, I'm so mad at myself right now. I seriously forgot about Dexter Lawrence. Someone's roasting me. I know they're cooking me in the comments already. Probably already did by the time you're seeing this clip right here, but dude, I'm such an idiot. Dexter Lawrence, like, he's one of the best D tackles in the league, and I totally forgot about him. I don't know why. I remembered Evan Neal, I remembered Andrew Thomas, I remembered everyone else, but nope, forgot about Dexter Lawrence. Whatever. It's still nice to have Harmon. We can move him to left in if needed or something along the lines of that, or we could even maybe move this defense. Well, no, we can't really do that because Burns and Thibodeau would not really fit that at all. So, but Newbin's gonna be at free safety. Ufunga, Phillips, DJ Reed. Let's go ahead and move Harmon to left in, just see what he does with that. So yeah, I'm pretty upset with myself. 100%. I cannot believe I forgot about Dexter Lawrence, but it's all good. You know what? It's no big deal. Still, we can move hopefully Harmon to left in, and he'll be good there, and it will all work out hopefully. So he's a 71 overall. I don't care. He's gonna play there regardless. So we're gonna leave the scheme the way it is, and then I was kind of considering changing the playbook to the Rams playbook, and I think I'm gonna do that, just kind of see what would, how it would go. But I assume Malik Neighbors would get a bunch of yards in that role, so obviously Puka eats in the Rams playbook, so hopefully that's what happens for Malik Neighbors. So I'll see you guys at the end of year 1 with Stafford under center, and we shall see if this leads us to the playoffs or not. So at the end of the season, the Stafford experiment did not work out whatsoever. We actually went 4-13 and were absolutely horrendous. So it looks like Wando Robinson was the beneficiary of the playbook change, but damn, that is pretty brutal. So we'll have to see how it kind of went, but clearly Stafford to the Giants isn't going to bode well, I guess, if that, well, according to Madden. But damn, that sucks. I gotta see what went wrong. Was Stafford horrible? I don't know, was the playbook a bad idea? We'll have to see. So hopefully Stafford didn't retire on us, by the way, which that's mock drafts. We're not looking at that. Let's go see if Stafford, I mean, we'll have another high draft pick, which is nice at least. Well, actually, no, we're going to be giving our pick to the freaking Rams because of the trade. Gosh, dude, this was just terrible. Okay, so hopefully Stafford didn't retire, because obviously kind of want him to be in this video for a while. So let's see if he is still here. I made him younger for a reason, and he did not retire. So Foreman, Keenan Allen went to Washington, and Bakhtiari. Okay, all those guys are retiring. But let's look at let's look at the stats rather before we get anywhere near free agency. So offensively, 19 NFL. Looks like Stafford was pretty solid, I think, as long as the interceptions aren't high. And the middle of the pack for both sides, 27 and 18. A little more picks I'd want to see. 739 yards, 9 touchdowns. Wando Robinson and Neighbors both 1,000 yards. 212 had 800 as well. Defensively, sacks wise, you had 7 from Brian Burns, 7 from Pierce, 5 from Kayvon Thibodeau, 4.5 from Lawrence, 2 from Phillips, 2 from Newbin, 1 from Bobby Okereke, 1 from Reed, 1 from Wafanga, and 1 from Flott. So not bad, middle of pack, but it just didn't lead to anything spectacular. It's just kind of what it was, I guess. So let's go see what free agency is looking like. $44 million in cap space. So we have Wando Robinson, which, yeah, I would probably keep him, obviously. Banks, we probably have to choose between one or the other, and both of them obviously being 25 years old. Evan Neal we're letting walk for sure. Probably let the rest of these guys walk. So probably will resign Cordell Flott, if I had to guess, just because I'd rather keep him over Deontay Banks. So Flott will be the kept one, and then Wando Robinson, yes, I want to keep him as well if possible, and he's going to test free agency. Franchise tagging him would cost way too much money, so no thank you. I mean, maybe we go after a different wide receiver than Wando Robinson anyway. Whatever, it's fine. We can go trade for Cooper Kupp. Maybe Kupp and Stafford are a package deal to the Giants. I saw something along the lines of that too. We'll see. But let's take a look at this lineup now. Let's see if Stafford regressed at all. Hopefully he didn't. So he's back to a 78 overall, so I might have to do what I did earlier, but I want him to be good. I want him to be good. So Judkins becomes the starter one because, well, I guess Tracy will be there eventually. But we'll figure it out. Runyon, so we need a right tackle 100%, so that will be kind of what we're after this offseason, and a wide receiver 2 on the offense. Defensively, I might be shifting this over to a 4-3 rather than a 3-4. So if we did that, we'd obviously have to move some things around, but I think that's what we're going to do, because I just think with drafting Harmon, even though I didn't need to, I have to live with that result. So we're going to move this to a 4-3 right now, and then what we're going to do is we're going to move Harmon back to D tackle 2. We'll move Brian Burns and Kayvon Thibodeau down here, and we'll need to find some off, coverage linebackers, whatever, however you call them. So Derek Harmon will move back to D tackle where he belongs, and we'll figure this out. And I'll see you guys with what else we sign in free agency. So we've made our offers in free agency, and this is what we're after. Khalil Shakir as a replacement, obviously, to Wan'Dale Robinson, TJ Edwards, Nakobe Dean, and Malcolm Rodriguez. So looks like we may not get Nakobe Dean, but hopefully we can get the other 3 if possible. So we get Edwards and Rodriguez. We don't get Shakir, but this is obviously super helpful too, because our linebacker spots were we needed new linebackers, because obviously we needed some off-ball linebackers, and we got those 2 with Rodriguez and Edwards, which is nice. Now let's look at our wide receivers. So Robinson still being here, or we could go after Dubs or something different, but I don't mind the idea of getting some more size here. So I am going to go after Romeo Dubs instead of Wan'Dale Robinson, although Robinson obviously is good. I think Dubs would just be a little bit of a better fit for what we personally need right now. So and I want to get one more linebacker for depth if possible, if that exists right now. Anzalone, Gibson, Patrick Jones. Maybe just go after Anzalone. Would be solid veteran depth. So I'm going to go after Alex Anzalone just to be depth for us, and that will be kind of our free agency. And of course, we still have the draft. Fortunately, we will not be picking very high because we traded our pick, but Dubs and Anzalone join as well. So very happy to have them. Brock Purdy goes to the Saints. Good sign Taylor Moton in free agency too, but we don't have enough money. So we're going to have to draft our right tackle in the 2nd round to protect Stafford. But team is looking solid enough, I think, and we obviously moved the defensive scheme around quite a bit. So right tackle becomes the main priority for next year, or in this draft, I should say. And defensively, now you have Rodriguez, TJ Edwards, you have James Pierce, Dexter Lawrence, Derek Harmon, Brian Burns, all down here. So yeah, I think our D-line is pretty disgusting, and I think it should wreak havoc, hopefully, on other defenses. So Lawrence and Burns, James Pierce, this should be a ton of fun. So I'll see you guys on draft night, where we'll be picking in the 2nd round. We actually gave the Rams the 1st overall pick in this draft. I'm absolutely disgusted, man. That sucks. So they took a quarterback, which I guess is good for them. But early 2nd round pick, which is nice. So right tackle becomes my main priority. Although TJ Parker being here is pretty disgusting too. But we need a tackle more than anything. So we have Joe Brunner. We have DJ Hicks. We have Riley out of Wisconsin. So what is he looking like? A impact blocking, B pass block. Speed is good. We just don't need TJ Parker. As good as he would be, we just don't need him, to be honest with you. But we're going to grab Riley here. So 72 in true value, dropping to 33, but he'll be our brand new right tackle to protect Matthew Stafford, which is what we needed. But TJ Parker, can't deny that would have been an awesome pick here too. But we have an early round 3 as well. So let's go see what we got on the board. So Drew Aller, we could, maybe think about a potential future quarterback right now, but I am going to go ahead and take Torian York for more linebacker depth. So let's grab Torian York, and that will be our draft. So 64, 85 speed, solid off season, and now I'm ready to see if we can't go make the playoffs with year 2 under Matthew Stafford. All right, so we open up the season against the Los Angeles Rams, but this is what our offense is looking like going into next season. So it looks like they did draft as a quarterback, but Stafford still remains the guy under center. So Judkins obviously becomes RB2 now in this role. Romeo Dubs, Malik Neighbors, Tutu Atwell, Theo Johnson, our right tackle is now starting obviously defensively. We got York, we got Edwards, Bobby Okereke, Rodriguez. I mean, I'm hoping our defenses are strong suit this year. There's a lot to like on this defense, so hopefully it works out that way. Offensively, do I switch from the Rams play or from, I think I might move on from the Rams playbook because I don't know. I'm just going to go with Green Bay's because they always have success in the Madden Sim. So that is what I'm going to rock with and see if that can't get anything to happen there. And I want to switch the defensive playbook too. So give me 1 second if I can find it. Green Bay playbook. There it is. Okay. And then I'm just going to switch to someone who I know runs a 4-3, and I'm pretty sure the Rams don't. I know Washington does, so that is what I'm going to rock with. So I'm going to go ahead and see you guys, though, at the end of year number 2, and hopefully things go a lot better than 4-13, because that was pretty brutal. And just like that, this season went much better as we finished up the season 11-6. While we don't win the NFC East, we do make the playoffs, which is better than obviously not making, or facing the playoffs, which we did last year. So back in the postseason, which is nice, 11-6, facing the 8-9 Arizona Cardinals in round 1. So take a look at the player stats. So offensively, top 15 in the NFL, 12th in the NFL to be exact. And then as you can see, for whatever reason, I couldn't beat Brian Dable, and our defense was fantastic, which I'm not surprised by that. We had 35-13 from Stafford, so still another really good season from him. 9 touchdowns, 900 yards from Tracy. We had 1,200 yards, 1,000 from Dubs, and then 800 from Tutu Atwell. 9 touchdowns from Neighbors. Defensively, sacks-wise, yeah, 14 sacks from Dexter Lawrence, 12.5 from Brian Burns, 5.5 from Pierce, 3.5 from Rodriguez, 2 from Kayvon Thibodeau, 1.5 from Harmon, and then you had 4 interceptions from Reed, 3 from Banks, 2 from Edwards, 1 from Okereke, 1 from Wafunga, and 1 from Tyler Nubin. So without further ado, let's jump in and play the Arizona Cardinals, a team that Stafford is very familiar with. He's beaten them in the playoffs before, so hopefully he can do that yet again. All right, so first playoff game with Stafford in a Giants uniform. It would be greatly appreciated if we were able to take advantage of this, because Stafford, of course, is only regressing, and the Cardinals went 8-9, but they will start. Oh, I thought they were going to score the touchdown, but they missed a 30-yard field goal of all things. Okay. Defense gets another stop. We're up 3-0 to start things off. They kick a field goal in response. Who scores the first touchdown of the game? Is it us? No. It's still 3-3. We're going to go up 10-3 now, and the Cardinals will kick another field goal, and they get a pick 6 or something. Can we go score? We don't. Are we even going to be able to get the ball back? I don't even know what's going on right now. So it's 1st and 10 for them, and there's no timeouts left, so they actually won the game. Or no, it's our ball. Just kidding. So I thought they won the game for a second. But all right. We have a chance to go win the game, so let's try to do that. They're going to bring pressure, start things off. So we're going to get to Theo Johnson underneath, just get rid of the ball. And we only need a field goal to tie it up, but obviously you guys know I'm not looking for the field goal to tie it up. We need to manage the clock a little bit better, though. We got to get something out of bounds. I'm just going to scramble this. Oh my gosh, I actually have a lot of scrambling room with Stafford right now. So 40 seconds left, and we got a lot of field for that. So on the territory of the Cardinals now. We're going to go back to this. And now Theo Johnson with his corner out could be pretty important. I'm going to go to it, and it will be, yeah, it is a catch. It might be challenged. I don't know, or booth reviewed or something. No, it's not. Okay, so that is going to go down as a catch. All right, well, 37 seconds left. Just need a touchdown. I think we have Theo Johnson wide open, and we do. 17-13. Can our defense get us the stop that we're looking for? Let's see if they can get the stop. And we get an interception from TJ Edwards. That's all she wrote. So we'll be moving on to divisional round, but a couple dots. Actually, I think we threw that ball to Theo Johnson every single time. So shout out to Theo Johnson, and I'll be moving on to divisional weekend. And now another interesting playoff matchup where I don't feel like we're playing like a super scary team. We're playing Brock Purdy and the Saints. So first Cardinals, and now Saints, as we get an interception from TJ Edwards, just, leaving where he left off, I guess, in the other one. And we're up 10-7. So it looked like we had another interception, but it was not. So 10-7 with us being in the lead right now. But like I said, this is a pretty easy matchup compared to what we could have. Dude, TJ Edwards has been phenomenal. And we're up 24-7. Is that him again? No, it's Nubin. But Brock Purdy was horrible. But it's been an easy path so far. Arizona, then New Orleans. It would be great if it was like, I don't know, maybe it's the Carolina Panthers in the NFC Championship. No offense to Carolina, but you're not no Philadelphia or Dallas and Madden. Like, I don't know, man. We'll see who's in the NFC Championship, but so far it's been the path we would have loved to have seen. It is a cakewalk no more. We do draw the team that is usually here. It is the Philadelphia Eagles. So honestly, Stafford, though, did have a chance to beat the Eagles in that divisional round. Unfortunately, I mean, they got in position to come back in the game and they fell short. So let's see if we can't come out here and start off with a good drive, and we will start off 3-0. So that's points, and we get a fumble recovered. And we're up 6-0, but it's not 10-0 or 7. Okay, an interception, and we go up. Okay, another interception. We're up 16-0 just like that. I don't know what Philadelphia is doing right now, but I appreciate it. They went 15-2, by the way, so this is kind of bizarre to see. and there's probably not gonna be enough time for them to come back in the game, and we are going to walk away with a 16-13 win. Honestly, if the Philadelphia Eagles didn't shoot themselves in the foot so much, we probably would have lost. We only put up 16 points off their turnovers, but a win is a win, and we're on to the Super Bowl with Matthew Stafford and the Giants, and we will absolutely take that. I mean, Stafford didn't even play that great, and we still just beat the Eagles. So, yeah, that was really awesome. Really needed that. All right, so after that interesting win over the Eagles in the NFC Championship, we draw another really good team, that being Lamar Jackson and the Ravens. So they will start off with football, and of course, they do their thing, go up 7-0. We kick a field goal, though, and we allow them to score another touchdown. So defense is not showing up so far. We get the ball out of half, so scoring here would be pretty massive. 14-11, okay, and our defense gets us to stop. We go take the lead here. No. 3 minutes and 45 seconds left. So to me, this is where we come out here and try to bleed this clock enough to where we can have the ball last possession and go win the game over the Ravens. So that is what we're going to do. Tyrone Tracy going to hand you the rock a few times here. Not going to gain much there. The fumbling is starting to irritate me. You guys have seen in previous videos, it has screwed me over, but thankfully we recovered that. I think we would have been down anyway, but don't want to chance it, obviously. So I'm going chew clock as well, and we're going to just trust Tracy not to fumble, and now we're on 3rd and 6. We need a first down play. So let's see if we can't get a first down here. So I'm going to throw... Well, I'm going to leave it. I'm going to trust Tracy or Theo Johnson again. Ooh, they're bringing the pressure. So Tracy, it hit you in the hands, and you had it in your grasp, and you just didn't come down with it. Okay. Well, we are going to be in a position where we have to go for it, I feel like. So that is what we're doing right now. Theo Johnson, thankfully, is open. Or that's Dubs, sorry. But that is going to be a moving of the chains. And Stafford hasn't even thrown for many yards in this game. But, man, that could have been brutal had we lost that way. First off Tracy fumbling and then dropping that open play. Well, it was kind of open. I guess he got hit, but still got to come down with that. All right. We're going to throw Malik Neighbors on a go here in the middle, and let's see what that safety decides to do. He does stay over there. We're going to hit. All right. We are just getting super lucky right now. We put the ball on the ground twice, and we need to stop that immediately. So let's be better and not do that anymore, hopefully. But I'm going to... 3rd and 33 now on our own 5. What could possibly go wrong? I have no idea. They're bringing a safety up. So you know what? I'm going to throw Theo Johnson just on a go route. So they do bring pressure. I need Theo Johnson to be great here. Oh my gosh. He kind of had a step. Good play. And now we need a absolute Hail Mary, literally and figuratively. 4th and 33 from our own 5. Can we come away with a mass? I'm going to Atwell. Atwell, this is you. It is to Atwell. Does he have a step? Does he have a step? He does. Brandon Stevens cannot catch up to him. I'm going to burn as much clock as possible. Oh my gosh. 4th and 33. 14. Now we got to jump in on defense. Oh, whoops. Oh, I meant to jump in on defense. But you know what? It does not matter. We escape our mistakes there. And we win the Super Bowl on 4th and 33 to Tutu Atwell. Tutu Atwell just saved the freaking day. My free agency signing, Tutu Atwell, just saved the freaking day. Let's go look at it. Stafford for a 95-yard touchdown. Dude, this is insane. I don't know what I just did. That was a snap. I didn't mean to do that. But I saw it. I mean, the Ravens they're aggressive, man. And I don't mind blitzing on a 4th and 30. Actually, no, you don't. You don't blitz there. That's kind of stupid. But Brandon Stevens, who I've heard Ravens fans don't feel great about, just burn Stevens, and we just walk away with a game-winning touchdown. That was awesome, dude. Well, guys, I hope you enjoyed it. Stafford to the Giants. Will it happen? We will see. But I'll end it there. See y'all in the next one. Have a great weekend. This is Crushables saying peace. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you click here to watch another video that I know you'll love.